It was good.
Good first day back.
It was. We practiced really well last Wednesday and Friday, and then it was good to get this day back in. Today's like a Monday for us, but it's a little bit more of a Monday because we didn't have a game, so we got a little bit more of our game plan in. Got to have 2 real good scout periods, so we'll get a chance to watch the film and move on to that. But I think we're where we need to be right now. So.
Yeah. What's the focus been offensively since the Cowboys for you guys?
Offensively, just the same thing. The focus is every week: fundamentals, blocking, staying on blocks, ball security, making sure the message and those things are understand, timing with our receivers, just the normal things. Nothing really changes.
What are your impressions of Arizona's defense?
Arizona's defense is really good. They're one of the top defenses in the conference. Their 2 defensive ends, Ricky Elmore and Brooks Reed, are probably the best combination of ends in this conference. They really play tough. They play hard. They're a lot like Mike himself, real tough, hard competitor. They've been one of the top defenses ever since he's been down there. So every year I've been here, our battles with Arizona have been knockdown, dragouts, and that's what this thing's going to be about next Friday. So.
Last bye week, you said it was an improvement week.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Our schedule doesn't change. When we practiced on Wednesday and Friday, and there was no game plan stuff on Wednesday and Friday. It was just go out and it was 1s versus 1s, 2s versus 2s, 3s versus 3s. Fundamental football, blocking, tackling, getting off of blocks, running to the football. Us trying to sustain blocks on offense. Same exact things we did the last bye week, and we were pretty good coming off the last bye week. So.
Did you feel like it was a good time for a bye week though, this late in the season?
It doesn't matter. We don't control it, and you can't. And I've said this before. If you win after your bye week, then it was a great time for a bye week. If you lose after a bye week, then it was a crappy time for a bye week. So it really doesn't matter. We just take it as they come and play it. So neither team. The only time it affects you is if one team has the time off and the other team doesn't. But Arizona's on the same exact schedule we are. They had last week off. We had last week off. So it all matches up from a practice standpoint.
What are some of the challenges you see from Arizona? Obviously, they've had their ups and downs, but their ups have been pretty high.
Yeah, they're a good football team. When they picked up near the top of our league, and there's a reason why. I think they stubbed their toe a little bit in there, but Nick Foles was out for a little bit. I think he's one of the really, really, really good quarterbacks in this country. Extremely accurate thrower. They got a great set of receivers led by Jaron Kreiner, who I think is one of the top guys in this conference. Grigsby and Antelone are really good running backs. They complement their passing game really well. They lead the conference in passing right now. And they've got, I think, either the first or second ranked defense in the conference, kind of right up there with us. So I think it's, kind of 2 real good offenses and 2 real good defense, and it'll probably come down to special teams like it normally does in a Pac-10 game.
Any sense of renewed energy, focus after playing a close game like that?
No, I think we've been the same. Our guys, and we talk about it all the time, we don't get too up after a win. We don't get too down after anything. We just come back out and play. We learn from what goes on in the week before. We make corrections that we have to make, and then we move on. And that's what this team's been all about. And they're focused on. We don't look at Cal anymore. We stopped looking at Cal the day after the Cal game. We're done. Let's move on and let's go on to our next opponent. And it's about staying forward and not looking in the rearview mirror and continuing to get better.
That being said, and I know it's a totally different year, but last year was kind of that classic game, and they have a lot of those guys back. Use anything that you saw last year to kind of prepare for this, as far as some of their guys like Kreiner and Foles and whatnot?
No, it's the same thing, and most of our guys are back too, so it's really the similar type matchup. Foles is back. LaMichael's back, our offensive line's back, our receivers are back, Brandon Bear's back, Casey Matthews back, all the defensive pacing. We had 18, 19 starters coming back, so you'll look at last year's game for scheme and some of those things, and but everybody tweaks. We're a different team than we were a year ago, at this point in time, than what we were at last year's point in time. So, it's more scheme-wise you look at it and make those adjustments.
Could have something going on today?
Yeah, a couple kids had class because we normally don't practice on a Sunday. I got here late. He had a class a little bit early in the morning. Some other kids are there, but they'll be back tomorrow.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
We got the day before the game walkthrough, but it's closed. I'd invite you, but it's closed the day before the game. So, but we'll be on the practice field like we normally are. It's a normal week for us. You good?
Last time we saw Michael was leaving field of crutches, I think you said last week. There was a game Saturday he could have played. He's obviously out here and talked about it all season about his